Hey guys, welcome back to the video. So today is going to be probably probably one of the most unscripted videos I've ever written so far. And yeah, so I'm probably just going to be working on just a couple of themes I like about this particular game I played. And yeah, we'll go straight to it. So the game I'm referring to is Diablo 4. So as you can tell, the Diablo 4 open beta is happening this weekend. So as of right now, this is Saturday, the 25th. Yeah, 25th of March. So I've recently put in about 10 hours into the game as of now. I'm still going to go back into the game and hop into it. But yeah, so open beta weekend for Diablo 4, my thoughts on the game. And yeah, so let's get straight to it. So, okay, first things first. My first ARPG game I actually ever played was probably Diablo 2, but I didn't really get into ARPGs until Diablo 3. So Diablo 3 I probably put in about 50 hours give or take. But I got the Switch version, which is probably I won't say the ultimate version, but it's probably the most feature complete version you have so far. Maybe apart from graph fidelity because it's on the Switch. But besides that, ARPGs are one of these games which are like a guilty pleasure whereby it's addicting, it's a grind, it's repetitive, but it feels so good that you keep on playing for hours and hours and hours. And especially when you think about the loot gameplay, the whole design of the enemies you combat to, and you fight against and things like that. So I was expecting a lot. I was expecting that type of game from Diablo 4, being that it's the same name and it's from Blizzard, the same guys that created Diablo 3, obviously. So it's an open beta, so it's a sequel to Diablo 3. But so far, what I can tell is, in general, Diablo 4, the open beta, from the impressions I've had and from what I played and from what I'm going back to play as, it's a step in the right direction in a lot of ways. Some ways it's an open beta, so it's not something I can't criticize everything because everything is still a work in progress. So yeah, so first things first, the Diablo 4 philosophy, or the approach that Blizzard decided to take with Diablo 4 is a shared world. Whereas in past Diablos it was a case of, oh, you and a split cooperation game session with your mates or whatever. You go into the game, different characters, different builds, go on hacking demons and whatever. Whereas in this game, it's very similar to an MMORPG, or very similar to Lost Ark, which for people that are into the RPG space, you probably know what Lost Ark is. So it's not exactly, it's in the level whereby there is this thing called the shared world where you're in. So essentially, it's like you come to the game as your own and you play. However, you do have occasions whereby you see other players within your game sessions that could just help out with, you going against different bosses and you going against different enemies. And at first, I didn't think I would like this because I'm not that much into MMORPGs anymore. You know, time consuming, a lot of effort and a lot of grinding and a lot of budget going into a type of game like that. But I found out with the open beta for Diablo 4, even in its work in progress version as it is now, still does it right, in the sense that I felt, hey, you know what, I didn't feel like anyone was imposing on my game, but I also wasn't annoyed that people would come out to help me in case I needed help with a particular boss, aka the butcher. If you know, you know. Alright, yeah, so world design. So coming from Diablo 3, the world design in Diablo 3 was very bleak, but was also very colorful. It had that World of Warcraft paint on it, whereby everything looked so colorful, even though you could tell that it was bleak. So I'm not entirely sure how that would translate to, I'm meant to feel like, oh, this is the end times when everything is so colorful, blues, your yellows, your reds. The saturation was probably 110 or something. Whereas in Diablo 4, the designers have really decided to take it back from adding so much saturation to the game, whereby everything is dark, it's bleak, it's gothic, it's red with blood. It's as sick as it sounds. It feels so good that the game world looks so bad in its nature, in the sense of everything's meant to look terrible. Like everyone, the world is coming to an end, the whole sanctuary is coming to an end. But I felt the Blizzard designers really putting their all into the game's design, really putting their all with the graphic fidelity, even on the Xbox Series X, which everyone knows is a very powerful console. In the open beta, I mean, you could tell that it ran as a smooth 60 frames per second, but the colors really came out, especially when you're going to dungeons, you're going to particular strongholds. It felt good. It felt really good, and I'm really enjoying looking at the world so far. So moving on to combat. Combat like Diablo 3, I felt combat in Diablo 3 was exceptional. I never played Diablo Immortal, but I also heard Diablo Immortal's combat was top notch as well. So Diablo 4, all I can say so far is it's snappy, it's smooth. There are occasions whereby you could get slowed by mobs of like a mob of enemies every now and then, but it's not too hard. It's not that bad, depending on the build you have. So I'm playing on World Tier 2, which is veteran, and I'm playing as a lightning sorceress, which everyone knows in any of these ARPG games, sorceresses, wizards, whatever, tend to be the most OP, the most unbalanced of all the characters so far. That is before the necromancer came into play. So I'm playing I have a lightning sorceress build, pushing a lot of chain attacks like lightning chains, lightning spears, things like that. So the combat feels so snappy, feels so good. You feel OP, which is sort of what these games are meant to pose on you, whereby it's meant to be like a sort of isekai moment whereby it's like, oh, it feels good to be so overpowered. But it does in the right way whereby you're still challenged, especially in World Tier 2. You're still challenged by particular bosses that come up on particular elites by particular elites that come up and just fuck shit up. Yeah, so finally, so the story for Diablo 4. When it comes to the Diablo games, right? Story has never been a selling point for me. It's never been something like, oh, I'm in Diablo for the story. Nah, pretty much sure I'm in Diablo for getting the loots, the grind, the whole repetition. Even though it sounds strange, I'm into repetition, but with the game design, the game mechanics of the game being so good, so done well, repetition actually plays a pivotal role in the whole Diablo 4, the whole Diablo experience, and that's no different in Diablo 4 as well. So I think the story so far I think it's okay, it's fine. I felt that the cutscenes were very well done, especially in regards to like a Diablo game, which I've never experienced a Diablo game with this much cutscenes. And it feels good whereby you create your character and you see your character with what they're wearing in the cutscenes, which sounds like something very primitive in regards to game design, but it feels good to see this in Diablo as well. So yeah, so this is going to be a short brief video. Those are my thoughts. So it's not exactly a criticism of Diablo 4 so far. It's more of what I've enjoyed from the game. And if there's anything that they could probably change up in the game, it's probably maybe maybe because it's an open beta, so it's like there are things that need to be done. So like I said, for example, the whole mobs coming into you, always slowing you down, which tends to get annoying because there's sometimes where I just leave my controller for like 5 minutes, for like 5 seconds without doing anything, and that isn't exactly what you want, especially when it comes to game design. Another thing is there are a lot of invincible walls and like dungeons and in the world, which makes no sense. So I'm pretty sure that's something that's probably going to be ironed out. But so my thoughts on, am I going to get the game when it comes out? Well, that depends. So for example, we already heard about the CMA's ruling with the whole Microsoft Activision acquisition. They're probably most likely going to lean towards the acquisition being fair, and so the acquisition is probably going to go through, meaning that the game is probably going to come on Game Pass, which is a good thing. So I may not necessarily have to spend $70 on the game, but I'm probably going to go into the game. One of these games whereby, for me especially, it's a case of, am I going to fall out of the game? I can't say, because I have maxed out my characters level 25, which is the open beta's max cap level as of now. The max is level 25. So far it feels so good, but I really want to see how the game plays out when you go to like level 50, level 100, level 75, when you're really going to get into the nitty-gritty of what Diablo is meant to give you and everything. So yeah, those are my thoughts. What do you guys think? If you ever played the game, if you ever played the beta, what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you haven't played the Diablo game, probably give it a try. I think Diablo 3 is very cheap for you to buy right now, and you probably it's one of those games where you can put hours into and just lose yourself in the world. And yeah, that's it for me. Yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. I know it's been a while since I haven't done a video like this. If you're still here, thank you for watching it. Thank you for being here. And yeah, going to get into the grind and going to get into the whole, the whole phase of releasing videos every now and then. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you in the next one. Bye.